this is one of the most intimidating things I've done. This running for public office. And you know, the only thing I can compare it to is the first time I walked up to the space shuttle. On my very first flight to launch into space, that's what it feels like. Our country is facing some really serious challenges. And a lot of the folks in Washington, D.C., especially in the United States Senate, there's over 300 bills sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk. A lot of those folks aren't even interested in trying to solve some of these problems. I mean, these are significant challenges, like making sure that everybody has access to good health care, that they can afford, that they can keep if they get sick, that they can get if they have some sort of pre-existing condition. Challenges like making sure seniors can afford their prescription medication. And challenges like making sure we have an economy that works for everybody. Just not the small percentage at the very top. And challenges like making sure that our veterans get the benefits that they earned from their service in the U.S. military. Now, I don't think I have all the answers. I'm pretty sure I don't, not all of them. But I have a unique background. I served in the Navy for 25 years. I was an astronaut for 15 years, and I'm an engineer. And I think I could bring some of those experiences to Washington, D.C. to try to help solve some of these problems. Wound up being stationed in Japan aboard the aircraft carrier, the USS Midway. I made 2 deployments to the Arabian Gulf. During the second one was during the first Gulf War. I flew 39 combat missions over Iraq and Kuwait. And then I came back to the U.S. I went to grad school, got a master's degree in aeronautical engineering. And then I became a test pilot. I did that for a while. Then I became an astronaut in 1996. I flew my first space flight aboard Endeavour in 2001. And I vividly remember the first time I got to look out the window and look at the Earth for the first time, look at our planet. And it was really incredible to see this big, round ball. I mean, you really get this strong sense that we live on an island in our solar system. And make no mistake, we have no place else to go. I mean, we're all not moving to Mars someday. There is no planet B. We have to do a better job taking care of this planet. Leadership is figuring out a way forward together as a team. Our country's at a crossroads, and I think we're on an unsustainable trajectory. And we've got to get the country back on track. Folks are scared. They're scared about the future. You know, they're scared about what the environment is going to be like for their grandchildren. They're scared about the fact that the price of education, housing, and healthcare keep going up, and often for a lot of individuals, their wages haven't risen in a generation. When I announced last February 12th of last year, one of the first things I said is I am not going to take a dime of corporate PAC money, because I think it's one of the things that make it very difficult for members of Congress to do what's just in the best interest of the American people. If I am successful, if we are all successful winning this election, when I go to the United States Senate, I'm going to focus on 3 things: science and data and facts. And in November of this year, we're going to win this U.S. Senate seat. Thank you very much.